What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Rihanna is quite the entrepreneur. She owns the Fenty brand, and she's from Barbados. Nicki Minaj is from Trinidad, but I want to use those two ladies in this context because they are what we call black immigrants to the United States. They are not like us, which we are ADOS, American Descendants of Slaves. FBA, a foundational black American, are what is known as the authentic African Americans, meaning that our family has been in the United States here for many, many years because we're the descendants of slaves, and a lot of these people coming over and they are immigrants. And it happens also with Africans too. A lot of Nigerian immigrants in America. You have your number of Liberian American citizens. You have a lot of people from Ghana, West Africa, Uganda, so on and so forth. When African Americans disrespect Caribbeans, let's say, for example, I believe that Michael B. Jordan wanted to start some sort of brand of whiskey. I forgot what it was called. I don't want to pronounce it wrong. But it represented like a Caribbean festival. And Nicki Minaj vehemently blasted him saying, listen, you can't have our festival. You cannot name it after our festival because you're not one of us, okay? So you need to change the name of this brand because you cannot share it because you are not a part of our culture. Michael B. Jordan did the honorable thing. He said, you know what? I find out that what I've done is offensive. It's disrespectful. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and change the name of the brand because I don't want people in the Caribbean community thinking that I'm not appreciative of them or that I'm trying to harm them. But now, if you go to Rihanna's Twitter, what did she do? Yesterday on Martin Luther King's birthday, she posted up a picture of Dr. Martin Luther King with gold teeth. Now, I don't know if that is offensive to some people, but for so many it is. Because Dr. Martin Luther King meant a lot, not just for blacks in America. Martin Luther King was an inspiration to blacks over the world, because you got to remember, during our civil rights struggle, Africa was fighting for its independence. And Barbados and Jamaica and these other Caribbean islands were fighting for their independence from colonial masters. So that's why you get Uganda coming out in 1962, and Ghana in 1957, and Nigeria in 1960. So when you look at the things that we were going through, people were looking towards African Americans as a model. Look at Booker T. Washington. Marcus Garvey loved Booker T. Washington because why? Booker T. Washington set a model to train blacks at Tuskegee, and Marcus Garvey wanted to do the same thing in Jamaica. So let's be clear here. A lot of times African Americans like Martin Luther King were not only fighting for themselves, they were fighting for other blacks around the world, either directly or indirectly. But she posted a picture of Dr. Martin Luther King with the gold teeth. And for some people, this is quite disrespectful because Dr. Martin Luther King did not walk around in gold teeth. He wasn't a plaything. He wasn't one of these Pookie and Ray Ray rappers. So to depict him in a lifestyle in which he did not live is honoring. And when you see folks who do this, especially those people who are not African American, those from Barbados, those from Trinidad, or somebody from Nigeria, this is where you get beef between people in the diaspora. Because now you're insulting people's legacies. You're insulting people's ancestors. You're insulting people that mean something to the culture. But at the same time, Rihanna, you've benefited off the African American culture. You got rich in hip hop and R&B. I believe she was with Rockefeller, if I'm not mistaken. So you got put on through the culture. It wasn't the Barbados culture that put you on. And for all accounts, a lot of these blogs out here, The Shade Room, Media Takeout, they didn't get, and these are African Africans who own blogs in the States. They don't be talking about nothing in Nigeria because they can't get no money out there. We're gonna be real. Media Takeout don't talk about nothing in Africa. they can't get no money out there. You are talking about the issues going on in the African American world, and you balling now. They even got like Sunday shout outs, and like the Shade Room, they understand African Americans so well, you would think it's a black person from our community running the blog. I don't have no problem with it. But the one thing is that don't disrespect our people in the process, because you don't want nobody to disrespect your people. And this is why we have to have boundaries in the diaspora. You can't come together with somebody from Kenya and I have Uhuru Kenyatta with gold teeth. If I post that picture on Kenyan Independence Day, guess what's gonna happen? If I do that, and if I'm happen to be in Nairobi, Kenya, and I post that somebody see me, I'm in a lot of trouble. If I do that in Uganda Independence Day, in Museveni or Milton Obote, or I'll put gold teeth on one of their people and somebody sees it, I'm in a lot of trouble. Because one thing about other blacks, y'all make us respect y'all leaders, and we don't have no problem with that. You know, when we go to certain villages and honor kings in Ghana and Nigeria, we understand how it works. But for certain people, and I'm not saying most Africans and Caribbean people don't do that kind of stuff, and I love y'all for that, because we are one people at the same time. But at the same time, listen, these are the things that get the end people fighting and leading to nonsense. Rihanna should be smart enough to depict Martin Luther King as he was when he lived. And that's why you have people talking about her negatively. Some of the comments are so bad on Twitter that's talking about how she was a foreigner and all of this stuff. I'm not going to go into that. Okay. It was something like, you know, a lot of immigrants come to America and disrespect black people. And black Americans, we have to push back on this. Listen, you don't want us disrespecting your people. Don't disrespect ours. And we can continue to have healthy relationships. Because I tell you one thing, I would never put up a picture of a prime minister of Barbados or somebody from Trinidad and disrespect them. I'm not going to do that. For what? It don't make any sense. And it's heartless to do that. Martin Luther King wasn't no thug. He wasn't no gang member. He might not have been perfect, because I heard he had a few white girls here and there, but don't depict that man like that. And this is what causes the ADOS wars against black immigrants, FBA against black immigrants, and little things like this stop Pan-Africanism from developing, because we don't respect each other's boundaries, and it needs to happen. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe with the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.